Hello, this is Tara Galliano of Rediscovering My Body, Sexual Empowerment Coach, and I made a remake recently of a video that I made a number of years ago about how to select a sex therapist. And I think that's really important because I know that therapy is a critical access point for a lot of people when they're talking about sex and sexuality. And then I thought, I really want to make this video about coaching because I want to explain the difference between therapy that I do and coaching. So when people are signing up for therapy, it's often a transactional model where they're paying a fee for a service. And that is a great access point if you're familiar with therapy, if you feel like you're savvy and understand that process. And it is a talk therapy process, and it's one that oftentimes we feel comfortable. I'd say it tends to be a little bit more cerebral in nature, that you can get insurance to pay for it, you can submit a super bill, you might be able to get reimbursement, and that there's a structure to it. And I love that. And I was trained as a clinician. What I see in my work are the limitations. So what I see is that when people are signing up for therapy and they really need coaching, they don't understand the difference between the two. So for coaching, people don't necessarily see the end of their work with me. They may not know what the transformation will look like. They may have some ideas of goals, but when money runs out or time runs out, or the desire to have that transformation runs out, people kind of run out of therapy. That's not true for all people, but it can happen when you're in a therapeutic relationship. And again, there's nothing wrong with that because maybe you've gleaned what it is that you needed to learn at that moment in time with that particular therapist, with that particular work. And maybe it was a couple of sessions, maybe it was a deeper dive and a little bit of like, I don't know if I can go there. And that is what sometimes happens in therapy. Not all the time, but that is a way of therapy. And what I see over and over again with coaching is that coaching is about transformation, and that a coach builds a container for the client to be received, and the client has clearly identified their intentions. And with the intentions set, they live into and begin to dream into that space of who they are willing to become. And the container is for 3 months or it's for 6 months, but there's a commitment to time for that transformation to happen. And so what happens then is the coach designs the program that allows that person to come undone, because it is in that coming undone process that we're able to, I would say, de-armor or look at the energetic patterns or imprints within our body, specifically for sexual empowerment, because we want to be able to release the shame that holds us back within our physiology so we can have more pleasure in our lives. We want more freedom. We want more aliveness. We want more love. We want more intimacy. We want more joy. And we're working on issues of sexuality, we can absolutely have that. And it is a great access point to allow more of that into your life. And you need to have the right coach. And you also need to have the right container. It's not enough to have the intentions, but the container needs to be set. You need to be held accountable. Because what happens is when we set lofty goals like that, is everything conspires to kind of, take us off our course, which is how things I think are supposed to go, right? So you need to stir the pot a little bit and shift things up. We need to agitate things to allow them to settle in a different place so we can release what has constricted us or the past to allow this newness in. And the coach, again, is holding the path for us and has designed a program for us to go forward into, because they're holding the highest self that we want to emerge as. And that is a huge difference between therapy, which is more of a transactional model, and transformational coaching, which is what I do as a sexual empowerment coach. And again, that neither is right nor wrong, but what is the fit for you today, are you seeking to dip your toe into the process of sex therapy, or are you seeking larger transformation? So I hope this video is helpful for you. If you like this video, like the link below, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'm giving you informational videos about rediscovering your body, about sex therapy, and about sexual empowerment coaching. So thank you so much for joining me here today. Much love.